best in New York Giants sports talk and entertainment. Well, today I said I wasn't going to do a show, but I've actually changed my mind. One of our subscribers, who I like to affectionately refer to as Jersey Mike, made a comment the other day. He was texting me, and he said, you know what? It's great that we got a lot of stuff going on, and you know what? It's Labor Day, and some of us still have to work, and he appreciated having the opportunity or the ability to listen to something at work or listen to something when he got home. So you know what, Jersey Mike? This show is for you. And luckily, we got information to go over real quick. Deandre Baker looks like is finally going to be released by the New York Giants. They'll probably be released on, I'd probably say Tuesday. Ian Rappaport is saying that they're set to part ways officially this week. He's on the commissioner exempt list. I'm not 100% sure what's going to happen right now with his salary cap number. We'll have to kind of play it by ear and wait and see what happens. I mean, is this really news? No, it's not really news. I mean, we knew it, but I am curious to see what's going to go on with the salary cap number. We did trade picks to get him. So we traded the 37th, the 132nd, and 142nd for the number 30. So, I mean, it is what it is. Bad trades do happen. I am curious. Like I said, the salary cap situation is going to be tricky because you know what's going to happen. They're probably going to try to go after some of his guaranteed signing bonus. The Players Association will file a grievance on Deandre Baker's half, and so this will be litigated in the NFL court of salary cap. So like I said, we don't know what's going to happen, but you know what? We knew he wasn't going to play. Situation's done. I'm done with Deandre. I've been done with Deandre for a while. So you know what? Deandre, I know people always say, why do you wish him well? I wish you well. I hope you stay out of jail. I hope you're innocent, and I hope that you get your life together. And that's all I'm going to say about Deandre Baker. Also wanted to go through the mailbag real quick because I had an interesting message come through the other day. And it's a question I get a couple times, I'd say at least once or twice a week. And basically, I'm not going to read the gentleman's name because I don't know if he wants to be recognized. But it basically says, hey, Online Big Blue, do you watch any other giant YouTubers? And does it upset you that other people watch the other giant YouTubers besides you as well? You know what? I know that doesn't bother me. I've always told people, you know what? You can watch as many channels as you want. This is, YouTube is like the TV. You can change the channel anytime you want. I don't care if you watch me. I don't care if you watch somebody else. I don't care if you don't like me. It's no skin off my potato. I hope people do like to listen, and even if you hate me, I hope you come back and listen because I think that open and honest debate is the best way to run a channel. So I mean, I think I always say I like to hear other people's perspectives because of the fact that I think it's better for the content because it's I find it interesting that you get someone else's point of view and you can kind of go from there and you can kind of maybe help form or formulate another opinion that you may have missed completely. So I love when people leave me messages say, usually I agree with you, but I don't agree with you this time. And, they say, I'm sorry, I don't agree with you this time. You know what? I want people to disagree. I want people to have different perspectives and different opinions. And that's why even if someone hates me, I'd rather have them come on and tell me why I'm wrong. But you know what? Have a valid point. That's the only thing I say. And the other thing that bugs me is there's only one other thing that really bugs me. And that one thing that bugs me is if you never played the game outside of Pop Warner and if you never strapped on a helmet and actually hit somebody, I don't want to hear your perspective of what players think about getting popped. Because you know what? If you've never done it, you don't know. And I don't think you should comment on things you've never done and don't know about. Let me tell you something. I played 3 years Pop Warner, 4 years high school, 1 year junior college, and 2 years Division I. And you know what? You have a certain. I used to laugh because I used to call it the hit meter, or the hit gauge. You have a certain number of hits in your body, and as you get older, that gauge goes down. You know what? And a lot of players, like I said, when I was with Tampa, you talk to some guys even in 2003. They're like, you know what? I can only take. That's why some of the Mike Allstott was was a great. I had a conversation with him in 2003 during training camp, and he basically said, you know what, he's not going to be able to play this game forever because of the punishment that his body takes. And he barely participated in any. Gruden barely let him participate in any of the drills during that training camp. Now that was after they won the Super Bowl the year after, but he would tell me, my body can take so much during the season, and as you get older, you could take less. And so for someone to sit there and say, well, you know what, this guy's got to get popped. He's got to feel the hit. Unless you've been hit or have been on the receiving or giving end of that hit, you understand your body can only take so much for so long. I do not agree with Joe Judge under his, and maybe he was joking when he was like, you know, you really have to, you know, we got to get Daniel Jones popped. Most coaches go through an entire preseason praying that their quarterback is never touched. In training camp or in preseason games. You know, you can ask Dick Vermeil how that went for him. And now, yeah, he found Kurt Warner win a Super Bowl, but there have been plenty of quarterbacks that got hurt in preseason, and we didn't win a Super Bowl. Phil Simms got hurt one preseason. You know, a meaningless preseason, he gets hurt. Now we lose him for the year. So, I mean, it's just one of those things. And that just leads me into my last topic, and this is not bashing Joe Judge. I am going to say this right off the bat. Do not text me, do not email me, do not leave a comment saying you are bashing Joe Judge, you are being mean again, you are being disrespectful. I am not being disrespectful. I am being honest. And the honest point of today is Giant fans do not have to have a blind faith in Joe Judge. I've seen some stuff on Twitter like, well, we have to trust Judge's judgment. We have to do this. The whole Ryan Connolly thing and the whole Corey Coleman thing kind of perplexed me. You know, I mean, Judge came out and said, we have a lot of respect for Ryan. He's a good football player. You know, we had to make a decision ultimately that was best for us. We wish him luck. If things worked out perfectly, we would have loved to have him back on the practice squad. But we didn't expect that to happen, to be honest with you, because he's good, accomplished player. And there are a lot of teams in the league that are going to be looking to claim him. We wish him luck in Minnesota and look forward to seeing him play. Okay, if you think he's a good, accomplished player, why would you let him go to a playoff team in the Vikings? You should have been able to find a spot for him on the team. Same with Corey Coleman. Corey Coleman played his way onto this roster. That's just what it is. Yeah, was he hurt last year? Sure. But you can't tell me that the guy from Cleveland's better than Corey Coleman. The guy from Cleveland came in because he has familiarity with Freddie Kitchens. That's why he came in. That's why he came into the team. He has familiarity with Freddie Kitchens. And I don't think, you know, after a failed head coaching experience, and I never thought Freddie Kitchens was a very good NFL coach either way. Outside of his failed head coaching experience, I just mean the rest of his tenure in the league. But that's why you brought him in. You can't tell me any differently. So my thing is this: you can, as a Giant fan, you do not have to have blind faith in Joe Judge. There is no reason that this gentleman has gained any credibility or credence with all the Giant fans yet, because of the fact that he hasn't done anything yet. You know what's going to be funny, and I love these guys, because you got these guys that bash Saquon Barkley after the Jet game. I love it because they're people like, well, we never bashed Saquon Barkley. That was just crazy talk. No, I saw Twitter, I saw Instagram. He was a waste of a second overall pick. He's going to be a bust. He's going to be another Blair Thomas. You know, and then a couple weeks later, he runs for a couple hundred yards. And all of a sudden, everyone's in love with Saquon Barkley again. The problem was Saquon Barkley has built up credibility with the Giants. And he should have built up credibility with the fan base, understanding that he was coming back from an injury. Joe Judge hasn't done anything yet. So it is okay, as a Giant fan, to just voice your opinion about what Joe Judge is doing without any repercussions from other fans who are saying, well, you're just being negative. You're just not giving him a chance. No, everyone has an opinion, and I think that should be the title of this show. Everyone has an opinion. Good or bad, right or wrong, I am not bashing Joe Judge. I think he's going to be a fine NFL coach. Do I know he's going to be a fine NFL coach? No. He could flame out and go 1-15 and lose the locker room midseason. You don't know that. He could also go 10-6 and lead us to the playoffs. We don't know that either. We are going to find this out in the start against Pittsburgh, because the Giants have a horrific schedule the first 4 or 5 weeks of the season. So we will see exactly what Joe Judge's mettle is then. But like I said, I just get tired of seeing people on Twitter like giving this blind faith to Joe Judge, and if someone goes against him, they're like, well, you're not a true Giant fan. I wear this jersey every day. I'm a Giant fan. You know what? If you wear a Giant jersey every day, you got other problems you got to think about. That's all I'm gonna. I don't wear a Giant jersey every day. Even when I do videos, I don't wear a Giant jersey every day. That doesn't make me any less of a fan. I've been a fan since 1976. I was there when they opened the Meadowlands. I was there when they opened MetLife. I've been on the field after games. I'm always in the coaches club. I've gone to so many different events for the Giants, but I don't wear a jersey every day, so it doesn't make me a Giant fan. I know I'm ranting and raving today, but you know what? I just think that everyone needs to allow everyone to have an opinion without repercussion. And I hope people listen to the entirety of this and don't just cut out halfway, because I love it because people will tell me, you said this, you said that. I'm like, no, I didn't say that. And if you actually listen to the entire thing, you would understand that I didn't say that. So, I mean, but like I said, it's neither here nor there. There's a tropical storm warning. I know I'm being unprofessional by reading my text messages, but I don't care. Like I said, if you want, give us a, if you got a take you want to talk about, if you want to just say hello, you drop us a line at onlineBigBlue@gmail.com, gmail.com, or you can also just follow us on Twitter at onlineBigBlue1, and that gets onlineBigBlue1 on Twitter. And again, this is Tim with Online Big Blue, bringing you the best in New York Giants sports talk and entertainment. And as always, if you could subscribe, if you could ring that bell, I think you know what that means. That'd be awesome.